And we're live, everybody. How's everyone doing? Can you guys hear me okay? As Marvel Studio Woe commented last week's Loki Live on Jack's channel, I've upgraded my setup a little bit and applied a little bit more equipment and some money into some things and rearranged stuff now that I'm moved. Got all my stuff laid out in front of me. So for me, it's all good. But if we have any problems, let me know. We're going to hope and cross our fingers that this is not as technologically problematic as the last stream I tried to do. If you guys remember that one was a little tricky. But hello to everyone watching and everyone that's left comments. Also, so you know, my camera is here, so I'm looking at you, but my comments are over here. So if I look this, I'm not ignoring you guys. I'm just trying to reply to you in the comments. So how's everyone doing on this fine Saturday? Alex is here. Alex, hello, how are you? Hope you're having a wonderful Saturday. You said you were at the beach and then it started to rain, and I'm sorry about that. That really sucks. Sometimes it's kind of fun when there's just like a quick storm that comes by the beach and then you get to go back out, but it does suck if you're on vacation and then like your whole vacation gets rained out. That's not fun. So hopefully the storms pass for you. Oh, that was me. I put my own comment up there. Aiden can't make it at the beach as well. Aiden, Alex, are you guys at the same beach? Actually, don't put your location in the chat. That's not safe. But thank you so much, Aiden, for coming by. I hope you have a great day at the beach. I hope it's not raining where you are. And yeah, absolutely catch the replay if you can. A bucket of fandom trash, which I love this username. Like, I really do love it. Like, it is so funny and clever to me. It reminds me of the old Tumblr days, so I love it. So, hey, how are you doing? Hope you're having a wonderful Saturday. Let's see. Reese Williams is here. Reese, how are you doing? I hope you're doing fantastically. Brooklyn is also here. Brooklyn, I love the photo that you have of Gina as your user like profile picture. So cute. Ziella is here. Hello, Ziella. I am so sorry it took me so long to get back to your last comment. Ziella leaves the best, and I mean the best, like thought out comments. Like she should just make her own videos because they're so good. And like her just breakdown of the episode and her comments, I look forward to it every week. Alex, we are over almost done with July. I was looking on Twitter this morning and someone was saying like, "Oh, WandaVision came out 7 months ago." And I was like, you're joking. Like, you're kidding me. Like, this year has flown by, but it's also felt like it should be 6 months, 6, 7 months. Also, I know there's a little bit of a delay on this. I don't have the most up-to-date cable, so apologies if that bothers you. But yeah, I cannot believe July is almost over, especially like things like Loki. Like, where did the time go? Like, that was 6 weeks and it's just done now. Like, I just can't believe that. Ray Parker is here. Ray, how are you doing? I hope you're having a lovely Saturday. Reese Williams is good, everyone. Good, Reese. I'm so glad to hear it. They need to start marketing this. Yes, it's supposed to come this year. So this is something I know some people in here are kind of mixed bag. Obviously, this stream is specifically for High School Musical, the musical, the series, episode 9 and 10. That's what I majority will talk about. But obviously, if you guys got questions or comments about other stuff, like for sure leave it in the chat. Absolutely. But yes, Hawkeye is something I have been waiting on. And I believe for those of you who know, who have seen Black Widow, that marketing is going to have to start pretty soon because of some of the things that happened in Black Widow, if you know what I'm talking about. But Miss Marvel as well. I'm just kind of curious because now we are coming up in the last 4 months ish of the year. Like, time is running out and things are going to have to start being promoted pretty soon because usually they want promotions to be a couple months at least in advance. Like, we got the first Loki trailer in April. So that was, let's see, it started airing June. That's April, May, June. So like 2-ish months before. So I feel like it could be a bit for Miss Marvel, but I feel like I don't know which one's going to come out first though. So I think, but I agree. There needs to be some marketing on it. I honestly think they kind of want to let it breathe a bit and push some Shang-Chi marketing or anything more with Eternals that they want to do. I kind of feel like the Eternals marketing will be very limited. But yeah, we'll see. I feel this way exactly, right? The days go by slow, but the week goes by fast. This morning, I've been sitting on my couch, like answering emails, doing like some just housekeeping stuff. Like, I'm prepping for my last 6 months of college. So, like, trying to just get my life organized, feel like I'm an adult, even though I definitely don't feel like it, and kind of just try to be on top of some of those things. And I was sitting on the couch since like 9 this morning, which is kind of later for me to wake up. And I'm sitting there and it feels like the whole day is wasted by. Like I'm like, I need to get on stream. And it's only noon. And I'm like, what the heck? Like, it's just, the hours really do kind of like, you can fill them with a lot of stuff. Jasmine is also super excited for Hawkeye. Same. I mean, I am so excited. Think I've said this before. Haley Steinfeld and I share the same birthday. And I just really love her. And the fact that she's playing Kate Bishop, like, I've never really been this excited for like a casting of an actress in a specific role since Emma Watson was cast as Belle in the live action Beauty and the Beast remake. So I really am just so excited for this series, and Hawkeye is my favorite character. I know I get a lot of like slack from that amongst a lot of other MCU people, but I really love Hawkeye. So, you know what? I want his show to come out so that I can feel like all OG Avengers got their solo project, you know? Yeah, Spider-Man No Way Home, which I'm on the fence about what they're gonna do with this, because I could totally see them dropping a trailer like Monday. I could totally see them not dropping a trailer till like 2 months before. I could totally see them like giving us absolutely nothing in a trailer and just having it be like sheer surprise going into that movie. Because it's Sony, I doubt that they won't do the trailer thing, but I'm interested to see what they do with that. Ray also can't wait for that. Same. Same, 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 same. Ciela, is it weird to say that this episode made me like Ricky more? Yes. No, that's not weird to say. I feel exactly the same way. Yeah, for those of you who've got your takes on either episode 9 or episode 10, 9 being the spring break episode, 10 being yesterday's episode, the transformation. Any comments about that? Any theories about the last 2 episodes of the show? Takes and opinions on this season thus far? Please leave the comment in the chat. Like, I want to address y'all's opinion. But I totally agree. So for those of you who have not watched the episode, these are going to be kind of spoilers. Now, something like High School Musical, obviously, you don't really want to have it spoiled for you, but like I don't feel like it's as big of spoilers as say like a Marvel thing. So I don't know if I really should I have a spoiler? I'm just going to put in the chat potential spoiler warning for HSMTMTS season 2 episode 9 and 10. It kind of looks like that's. Ooh, I don't like the way I typed that out. I should use spaces. But I really agree. I think Ricky in the last couple episodes of this season has really grown as a character. I think ever since his mom's advice of writing the song in episode 9, which I think was great advice. I think, like I said in my review, I think Ricky's mom was the perfect person for him to talk to because she gets the hard breakup stuff. I mean, she's been through a divorce. It's her son, so she knows him very well. And I think that was just like a really nice conversation that they had. But now him applying it and realizing like this song was more for me to get over our breakup, like Nini doesn't need to hear this, and more so like I want to help Carlos and Seb like get on the right path. And like I don't know, I just that was so special and shows like a lot of maturation from the first episode for him, and I really just like that. Alex is bringing up Florence Pugh's performance I've seen throughout the internet. Yeah, I think Florence Pugh's a fantastic actress. She's in several projects coming out soon, and I've seen her in Little Women and Midsummer, and now of course Black Widow. But I want to see like other projects she's been in because she's just so fun to watch on screen. I think she's really charismatic, and I just really like her. And yes, Ziela, next week is the opening night for HSMTMTS Beauty and the Beast performance. So I think episode 11, which will be next Friday's episode, will be the one that is like their play. And then the one after that will be like the actual Menke's Awards. So that will be really interesting to see how they break up because last season, episodes 9 and 10, I believe, were part 1 and part 2 of opening night. So this year we're only getting, it feels like maybe only one opening night unless the last episode is going to be like really long, which I doubt they would do in this series, but I can't believe it. I'm really excited because I feel like this season we haven't seen as many of the songs that they're going to do in the actual play, especially in context of rehearsal and stuff. So I don't really know what they have planned. Some of the sets they had looked really good in the background, though. Alex, ditto, 100% retweet this statement, 100%. This is exactly how I feel. She's going to be so good. Rebecca says Ricky's growing. Absolutely. Like, I think he as a character has come. He's had a lot of the character development stuff thrown at him this season, whereas people like EJ have been kind of like doing it over the course of a season, or Gina even too, who are probably two of my favorite characters at this point. But I really think Ricky's growth has been so exponential and so rapid, and I think he's also just learning to enjoy himself again, because I think first season he obviously joined the musical for Nene, like he wanted to get her back. But then he ended up finding a place where he really liked it. And then when Nene left, he lost that reason for being there, even though he had another reason that his friends are all in it. But now, like, he has that that growth coming to him, and he has that other reason for doing the things he does, because Nene and him aren't together anymore. I will riot. Yes, Ray, I will riot with you if we don't get at least one clip of the Risotto date. I talked about this in my video. I have not been this excited for like an on-screen date of two characters since Killian and Emma Swan in Once Upon a Time, which I don't know if any of you guys watch that show. It's on Disney Plus. I have a couple videos I could do about it. It's a complicated show. I have a really weird relationship with that show, but if you guys want to see content about it, I would absolutely do it, because oh boy, I just have so many opinions about that show. But yeah, I want to see this date so badly. So badly. Like, we've gotten so much Ricky and Nene content, and they're not even together anymore. And I'm like, if you don't give us like a clip of this, or them hanging out, or something, or any reference to their date, which, although I am wondering if next week's episode is focused specifically on opening night, do you guys think like it'll just kind of be a throwaway clip, or do you think it will happen after the musical? Like, where do you think it's gonna pop up? Exactly. Risotto date. Tim Federle and the creators of this show, the writers and directors, they need to give us what we want. They need to. I'm worried. Yeah, this is exactly how I feel, Rebecca. I'm worried we won't see it because they're having opening night of their show, and like, I'm worried that it's not going to take any precedence over anything else, which obviously, like, I want to see all the kids perform and all of them together, but as the Portwell shipper that I am, like, I need to see my ship's first date, especially when it's been referenced and teased in this way, you know? Yes, Portwell is carrying the show. I agree. Although I will say, I think the writing for Seblo, Seven Carlos, for Redlin, which I think is the ship name for Big Red and Ashlyn, and Howie and Courtney, I really, really respect the fact that this show has really focused on like giving us kind of storylines with all of them. Most of them have had like a song at this point, like about their relationship, or that they sing to the other person in the relationship. I know Howie and Courtney might be on a little bit of rocky ground still, but like getting to see Seb and Carlos in last week's episode or yesterday's episode just really made my heart like so happy, because I do like the fact that this show, even though they are taking the direction that they are with Ricky and Nene, and that it's probably healthier for them if they break up and explore different sides of what they want to do, I love the fact that we're getting to see other couples like work through issues and not just have it be like, you're just so in love in high school that none of these problems matter or come up. Like, I really like this show. I don't want to get too deep. I want to have a fun Saturday with you guys, but like, oh, it just makes me so happy. I wonder if this will be a two-parter. That is what I'm curious about. Now, on IMDb, International Movie Database, if you look at the upcoming episodes, they all have names, and it wasn't like opening night part 1 and part 2 like it was the season finale and penultimate episode of last week. So I'm extremely curious to see if they will do a similar thing, or if this is something that they'll even push till the 3rd season, which I need more Portwell before then. I'm not gonna last that long. When do we think season 3 might come out, by the way? Because obviously now, like, the pandemic, I don't think would delay anything another year, but I bet we won't get it this year. Like, I could see the next season coming out next spring, but not maybe waiting until next summer. But I don't know. Who's to say? The spring break was amazing, as well as this week's episode. The songs included in both episodes are complete bops. Playing them, yes. I really like the Ain't Seen Nothing Yet from episode 9. Like they all did on Zoom. I like the choreography. I like the way they edited that all together. It was super cute. So good. And I loved getting to see the behind the scenes stuff. Like Frankie Rodriguez posted something for like the scenes he shot for that song for Carlos. I really loved. And this one was the only song, the Seblo song. I think it was. Yeah, but I really liked that song too, and I really love the two of them together, and the fact that Joe Serafini and Frankie Rodriguez are dating in real life is just so cute. Um, the spring break one of the two of 9 and 10 was my lesser favorite one, but I think for story purposes, it was like extremely important, and I really respect the way they handled and did everything. Watch how they leave us on a cliffhanger for who won in episode 11 or 12. I feel like they will want to wrap up the Menke's storyline because I don't see them like repeating going to the Menke's next season. But I do feel like episode 11 could be like a cliffhanger, and episode 12 could just be kind of like wrapping things up. I don't know. Yes, okay. Sorry, I'm screaming into the microphone, but a lot of people have been making memes this week about like Miss Minutes in the Loki episode. Don't want to spoil anything, but there's a little bit of a jump scare involved with her at a certain point in the episode. And that EJ thing, when it popped up for the sneak peek, I was like, oh my gosh, like why does his eyebrows look like that? He looks like the KK Slider from Animal Crossing. If any of you guys play him or play that game, like the eyebrows look like KK Slider. I don't know why they did my man's like that. They made him look so freaky. I don't know why. Okay, Alex, I'm sorry, but I have to do something. Oh, no problem, Alex. Go do whatever you need to do. Come back if you want. We'll be hanging out here for a good bit of time. So just, check back. If not, there'll be the replay, of course, as always. It scared me too. Talk about a jump scare. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I think both Ashlyn and Ricky got hurt, but won't be serious. Yes, Ray, I don't know if this was you that commented this on my review yesterday, but since Ashlyn was on the floor when Ricky was hoisted up in the air, he like fell on her partially, and people have said they've seen some like background images or promo images for the episode where both of them have like arm slings or casts. My poor babies are gonna be hurt next week. I really want to see how they incorporate that into the show. And since this week's episode was a lot about like, will they win, will they not win? I want to see how the injury plays into that. If Miss Jen can come up with a creative way of like weaving it into the story or making it like a symbolic thing. I don't know how you would do that, but I don't know. I'm just excited to see how they play with that because I know it will be something that will have to be addressed obviously next week. I watched the sneak peek for the next episode, and it looks like Nene isn't playing the Rose anymore because her costume. Yeah, so I saw that. She looked like she was wearing like a black leather jacket, and I'm really curious what's going on there. I don't know if does anyone think she actually like leaves the play, or do you think because of the whole Rose song not being able to be a part of the play that she just is like not in it anymore? Like, what do we think is going to happen with that? Because I did notice that. Okay, so I might have to consider doing it. I've thought for a long time about. I always claim I have a toxic relationship with Once Upon a Time because I watched it, then I bought the DVDs because I was like watching it online, and I was like, fine, I'll just buy the DVDs for the first 3 seasons. Rewatched all of them, kept watching live, and then season 4, I want to say the end of season 4, I just was like, I'm done with this show. I'm done. Something happened. I don't want to spoil it because it's kind of a big thing, but I was like, I'm done with this show. Had to do with Rumpelstiltskin, if you know what I'm talking about. And I was just done. And so I stopped watching it. And then in college, I started rewatching it on Netflix and got up to the point I had gotten to before and was like watching new episodes. And then I stopped again. And then last year it got added to Disney Plus, and I was like, I can't resist this show. I can't. It always draws me back in. It's like a bad boyfriend or something, just like constantly there and being like, come back to me. Like, and then I stopped watching. I watched probably only like a couple episodes. I think I finished season 5 maybe. But I've been wanting to make a video and be like, I have a toxic relationship with Once Upon a Time, and just like joke about it or like watch some episodes. So we'll see, because I know most of my followers. Actually, if you guys could put in the chat, this would be super cool to know. What streaming services do you have? Do you guys primarily use Disney Plus? I mean, Loki and High School Musical, so the shows I talk about most of the time are both on Disney Plus. So I have to assume most of you have Disney Plus. But if you have another streaming service, just because I want to talk about certain shows or recommend things to you or make videos about certain streaming services, but if you guys don't have it, I obviously don't want to like. Basically, Loki's come to an end and High School Musical is going to be coming to an end soon for now. And before any other shows come out, like I want to obviously be doing content about TV shows. I've got a couple things in the works, but if you guys could let me know what streaming services you have, that would be super helpful just for content wise or like thinking through the kind of stuff you guys are into, show wise and stuff. Sorry, this piece of hair is like, it was gone now, but it's gone away. Like I commented the other day, it's really good to see Ricky grow as a person. Yeah, I think it's really nice to see him building relationships with people that are not Nene. You know, like I love Ricky and Nene together. I really do. I think the decision to break them apart was a really kind of smart choice by the writers, and I think it's what needed to happen, but I obviously would want them to be together at some point, but I think both of them have a Nene now more than Ricky because he's done a lot of emotional work getting through that. I think they dropped the rose part since they dropped the song. Yep, that's what I think. I think there's not really like a reason for her to be in the show anymore. I want the risotto day, but since opening night is 2 weeks later than this episode, I think it will just be referenced. Yeah, which is a bummer, but oh well. I think it won't be in season 1. However, they could talk about it throughout the show. Oh, you're saying the date, the risotto date, yeah. Portwell is definitely my favorite ship. Okay, I know I just asked you guys to comment stuff. Who's your ship? Because I see a lot of Portwell people in my comments, mainly because like that's who I ship, I think, and people like obviously are gonna go down and like comment their ship. But are there any like diehard like Rini? Like I need them to get back together. Like my OTP got broken apart and I needed them to get back together. Or Rena. Like I'm not gonna discriminate against anyone here as long as everyone's nice and friendly and good. I just kind of am curious. I want to know. I'm nosy, okay? I want to know who you guys want to get together on the show. Does anyone not care about those main 3 ships? Like, I want to know. Maybe before the show because oh, I scrolled too far. So 9 opening night is probably going to be crazy. Yeah. I think it will be crazy as well. I think there's a lot of added elements this year that they're going to have to account for. Are they going to resolve the tension between Nene and Gina? Because Nene was unfairly salty. She very much was. And I said this, and I don't know if I went into the full extent of what I wanted to say in my video, but I really personally feel like Nene has pushed away and made it disinterested. Like, she's not gone to any of her friends other than Courtney for anything since season 1, the end of season 1. Like, she has, I feel like, made it very obvious that she's not really interested in, like, being friends with anyone, being a part of their lives and stuff. I'm not trying to say she's a bad person. I think she's just, her priorities have shifted to her music. And I only think she's going to other people when she needs it. And now that she's, like, all mad that they've been keeping secrets from her, which nothing's really a secret. It's just, Nene, it's not all your business. Like, I think because the focus was on her first season, her 2 boyfriends, her love triangle, then now that other people have stuff going on in their lives, and I've witnessed this with friends in real life, real people in real life. Like, I get it. Like, people's feelings get hurt. You feel like things change really quickly. But, like, Nene, just because you're single now, like, doesn't mean that everyone's gonna let you in on, like, their relationship stuff or whatever else. Like, just kind of bothered. We need Portwell to sing something. I would love to see them have a duet. That would be so cute. Maybe mid-March. Okay, so we're talking about the next season. I think that would be, I think spring of next year, because I think by next year, summer blockbuster. Did you guys hear my lisp? Summer blockbusters, there we go, will be fully back in swing by next like April, which is when they start to really roll out. So I think probably this show starting in maybe March or April, kind of maybe the timeline of Falcon and Winter Soldier for this series for season 3. I would really like to see that. There's so many couples with tension. I wonder if there will be a scene like Big Red and Ashlyn's post-credit scene at the end. Yes, I'm very curious. I also really like the parallels too between the original trilogy and this TV series, because like to me that Ashlyn Big Red like post-credit scene in the first season was very similar to the post-credit scene of High School Musical, the original, which some of you may not know about. But Zeke and Sharpay basically like I think Zeke's in the auditorium in the basketball gym, and Sharpay comes running in and she's tried like something he baked, right? And she's like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing I've ever tasted. And she like jumps and hugs him, and like they're like teased to be a couple in High School Musical 2 and stuff. I don't feel like that really went anywhere that I wanted it to go, but yeah, I think that was a nice parallel, so I'd like to see something else like that paralleled here. No, Ray, this is not bad. This is freaking awesome. That's so impressive. I could never. I could never. We know for sure there'll be a celebration. Howie is there, so maybe it won't be a two-parter. I guess we'll have to see. I'm wondering if like it's instead of going to like Denny's like they joke about in the first season, if maybe they'll go to like the pizza shop and kind of, hang out there or something. Maybe that's where we'll see our EJ and Gina day, our Portwell date. Okay. My hot take on this, Jack, Asher Angel's character from episode 9, who I loved, I don't think he will come back. And the reason I don't think he will come back is because there's no natural way. Now, obviously, it's a Disney show, so who are they to be like, oh, I transferred to North High, like I live in Salt Lake City now. Like, I get that. But if he's already from Denver, I just don't really see that being more than like a cameo using a different character to focus on one storyline and kind of pushing Gina towards EJ or just figuring out her emotions with Ricky and stuff. So I'm interested to see if he does come back, but my guess would be no. My guess would be no. Rebecca basically summed up my exact feelings. I didn't even see it. So, yep, this. He was there to help push Gina into realizing she had feelings for EJ and also for a mini Andy Mac reunion. Totally agree. A cast, not a sling. Okay. Well, hopefully aren't like hurting too bad. Hopefully there's like, I don't know. I think it'd be funny though to be like the Beast, because I keep imagining this like cast, and instead of it being like signed and wrapped the way a cast normally looks, just like wrapped in fur or something. I don't know, that would be kind of funny. Okay, so I bet Nini has some portion in the play because I mean she's rehearsed with them for so long. That's what she's doing after school. Those are all her friends. So I'm sure she's like in the musical somewhere, but I would be very surprised if she had like a name role other than just being like, I don't know, like someone in the play. I've been in a cast because I burned my hand when Ziela, that sounds horrible. Yeah. I knock on wood, I have never broken a bone. I've gotten really lucky with that. So just hoping at this point that that doesn't happen because that would stink. But yeah. Okay, let's see. It's Eduardo is new to the channel. Welcome, it's Eduardo. I appreciate you being here. And yes, I do have a letterbox. You can go check it out. Thank you so much for coming over and following me. I appreciate that. Okay. Okay, yes. So Janelle, this is getting sorry. I'm trying to catch up to your guys' comments. I'm asking questions and then not even getting to the answers quickly. Disney Plus, Netflix, Disney Plus, HBO Max, Hulu, Netflix, Disney Plus, HBO Max, Disney Plus, Netflix, Netflix, HBO. A lot of people have HBO Max. That's kind of surprising to me. I wouldn't have guessed that. Okay. That is really good to know because I also have all of those. The other ones I have are Peacock. I only have the free version though, which stinks because I can only watch like certain episodes of The Office on there. I have, let's see, Amazon Prime as well. And are there any others? I don't think so. Not really main ones. Oh, Apple TV Plus, which I love, even though no one else has it, pretty much. But yeah, that's good to know. That's good to know. So we're all watching similar-ish, probably, content. Does that mean a lot of you guys are watching the Gossip Girl reboot? Because I was not the biggest fan of the original Gossip Girl, so I haven't checked out the reboot. But if people are like saying it's really good, maybe I'll give it a watch. Okay, Portlow, Selblos. Okay, Cowie is Courtney and Howie. And Jen Zara. I love that. Miss Jen and Mr. Mazzara. I gotta say, I am a really hardcore Portwell shipper, but like I really want Miss Jen and Mr. Mazzara to be together. That is who I hope. I can wait till next season for a Portwell date because I know they like each other. But Mr. Mazzara needs to confess his feelings to Miss Jen like badly now. Thank you. Okay, so I don't see anyone in a ship that involves Gina that's really outside of EJ, which is interesting. That's good to know. I'm for sure shipping Portwell and Rena, but Rena doesn't look like it'll come back. Okay, so Soha, you mean Ricky and Nini or Nina, not Gina. Amanda, how are you doing? Hope you're having a great Saturday. Okay, Alex is back. Thank you, Alex, for popping back in. Hopefully the rain passes so you can go back to the beach if you want. Oh my god, I remember that. Yeah, Zeke and Sharpay. It was like kind of just shoot in there in the end. But they were cute. And then during the summer camp, like he was kind of in the background because like he was a cook, so like this is perfect for that job. But like but they at the lanterns, I don't know if they like kiss or if they put a thing in the air, but that was like one of my underrated, like that's something that should have been explored in High School Musical more. Rini doesn't get back together earlier mid-season of season 3. I think I might riot. With them, I'm confused. The one thing I will say that I feel like them coming back is that I feel like here's what I was gonna say. Sorry, lost my train of thought while I was on it and forgot. I think the two of them, people keep saying because of the whole Joshua Bassett and Olivia Rodrigo thing that they won't get back together. I don't think if they don't get back together, that's not going to be the reason. I think both of them are professionals. They're both like, yes, they're teenagers, but they're also not like, oh, I'm not going to like do this anymore. Like if the writers feel like it's natural for their characters not to be together, I think they can handle that, but I also think they can probably handle like them being together. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't think that's a reason. I don't think they'll get back together this season for sure, but I could definitely see them getting back together next season. Wait, he's from Denver. I didn't even think about her school being from Denver. But yeah, he said he was flying to Miami, but he's from Denver, I think. Yeah. Have they announced a season 3? Let's look it up. I don't think so. But I would doubt they wouldn't do a 3rd season. Okay, let's see. Not exactly. I'm deeply in love with the show. I definitely think they'll do a 3rd season announcement. I would be shocked if there was not a 3rd season of this show. Absolutely shocked. Okay, let me change this now. I'm too red. There we go. Okay. What do I think about Lily and Ricky? I think Lily seems kind of like a horrible person. If anyone needs to do emotional growth, it is that girl. Like, she is manipulative, she is rude, she is mean-spirited, and this is not just like competitive. Like, you can be competitive and not be any of these things, but she is just mean and out for like blood in this competition. It's like, girl, it's high school. Like, I get that this is important to you, but you need to calm down. And so I obviously don't want them to be together. I don't really want her to get a redemption arc unless we're going to see her more. I kind of think she's just meant to be the Sharpay bad guy for this season. I kind of think North High will just like be gone after this season, my opinion. I just feel like there's a new thing each season that they're going to deal with, and I just don't think North High would be that thing, or else it would feel like kind of a repeat of this season. So definitely don't like them. I don't like that she called him. I was just as confused as he was. And actually I was kind of more like Big Red confused. Like like just like what is going on here? But yeah. Unpopular opinion, HBO Max and Disney Plus over Netflix. Okay, so do you guys want to know a fun fact about me? I love fun facts. Fun fact, I canceled my Netflix subscription when Disney Plus launched. So it got to the point where it was like too expensive to pay for everything, right? And so I was like, something's got to go. And as much as I love some of my Netflix originals, Netflix was the one on the chopping block because it was like the least new. Like I was going to watch pretty much everything that was out on Disney Plus, Apple TV Plus, like when those launched. And I was like, no, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing Netflix anymore. And because of my lovely boyfriend, he lets me use his Netflix from time to time to watch shows. So that's how I'm able to watch stuff on there. But yeah, no, I definitely like HBO Max and Disney Plus. The only thing I like about Netflix more is that they are really, really good. And HBO Max and Disney Plus don't have this problem, but Netflix has just so much hidden stuff. So like I'll type in a movie just before I rent it or something, or if I'm trying to look for like a good movie to watch, and I'll just type something in, and it'll be like, oh, it's on Netflix, and I can watch it. But the thing I don't like about Netflix, I think it gives you way too many options. Drew Gooden did a fantastic, and I mean fantastic, video on like streaming services, and he was talking about Netflix and how it gives you too many options. Like if you just keep scrolling on Netflix, like I don't think there's an end that you reach. And the bars that go horizontally, they get to an end, but instead of stopping, they just loop back around. So there'll only be like say 20 titles in a row, but it will loop, so it feels like there's more. I really like the fact that HBO Max and Disney Plus are set up to where it ends because it makes you feel like you have less options, so you do need to choose something. Whereas most of the times I go on Netflix, I'm just adding stuff to my watch list. Does anyone else have that problem? Like HBO Max and Disney Plus are just really, really nice in the way they have things laid out. I think the Disney Plus hubs, and HBO Max has hubs too, but I use the Disney Plus hubs all the time. It makes it really easy to find what you're looking for. I almost never have to search for something because it either knows I'm going to want to watch it, it's something that's being promoted, or it's in a hub neatly organized at the top of that hub. And then HBO Max, the best feature, I don't know why other streaming services do not have this. It does not make any sense to me. I think the reason that Netflix doesn't do it is because they want to push their Netflix originals over anything else, or just have you use the platform. But HBO Max tells you when stuff is leaving. It is the best feature because I've been doing the 100 movies I've missed challenge, and to try to make sure I catch movies for the cheapest cost. So like I don't have to buy it, I don't have to rent it, whatever. Trying to catch it on a streaming service I either already pay for or on TV or something for free. HBO Max is the best because it will tell you this leaves on this day, so you need to watch it before then. And I think that's the best feature, and I don't understand why other streaming services don't do that. Disney Plus doesn't really need to, but Alex, I would 100% ditto that hot take. The only thing, HBO Max and Netflix are kind of about the same price though a month. And that's the one thing where I feel like Disney Plus gets the bump up because it's cheaper, and I can bundle it with Hulu and ESPN Plus, which kind of comes in clutch sometimes. So if Reedy doesn't get back together, I want them to at least be friends again. I agree. I think by next season, they really are going to need to decide, are they getting back together or are they just going to be chill with each other and be friends? Yeah, I want Gina and Nene to be friends too. I thought we got there after they returned all their shoes and stuff last season, but I feel like we're not there. Bop to the sky, baby. Hey, how are you? I love the picture of Joe and Frankie that you have in your... It's so cute. Welcome. You're not late at all. You're on time. Welcome. Hope you enjoy the stream. I mean Gina and Ricky. Soha means Gina and Ricky from earlier. I don't remember what we were referencing, Soha, but you want Gina and Ricky together? I think that's what you're saying. Okay. Ricky needs therapy before getting into a relationship again. I agree. I think the conversation with his mom was a great start. And the only reason I feel like they won't maybe do a therapy storyline for him is because they've mentioned, or someone's mentioned to me, that him and his dad were talking about like money issues and having to downsize the house and stuff. But like he's gone through a lot just in his family life. And then to have broken up with this girl in a matter of, I think, like 6 months to a year that this has been going on between the two of them, he needs to talk to someone on a regular basis to get his feelings out. And yeah, I agree. I think that would be a really interesting storyline to introduce as well. Yo, Ring and Talks Movies. What are you doing, man? How are you? Welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a great Saturday, dude. Welcome. Hope you're... I already said that. Hope you're having a great Saturday. Do you remember in Camp Rock 2, the girl who was transferred was nice to Mitchie when Camp Rock lost the final jam? Could Lily be that girl? Is that the I'll be honest with you, I don't remember Camp Rock 2 very well. I remember the first one really well, and I remember the blonde girl, Tess. But who was in Camp... I searched Camp Rock 2. Don't give me Camp Rock 1. Let's see. Who I listen, she's like a 16-year-old kid, right? Lily. I don't want her or the actress that plays her to be like hated by a bunch of fans of this show. But I also really would hate if in 2 episodes I'm going to have to go from feeling sympathy for this girl who has been nothing but a jerk the whole season. You know, that's just what I don't really want. So I agree with you, Ziela. I guess that could happen. I would need to rewatch Camp Rock 2 to really know specifically who you're talking about. Um we'll see. Maybe you'll comment it. Maybe you'll remember better than I have. Okay. My friend and I watched together and we had to pause our full 5 minutes because we were laughing when EJ asked Gina to get risotto. It was so cute. It was so cute. I love them so much. As much as I enjoy Rini, I don't want the breakup makeup thing either. Yes. This is how I feel exactly. I want them to be together, and I do feel like I kind of felt like there was unfinished business when they like broke up. Like there was that hint of like, I love you. And I don't know, maybe they're trying to make a point of saying, like, oh, these two characters think they're in love, but this isn't really what love is. Or at one point they were in love and now they're not really in that. And kind of exploring, like, one person is better off at the breakup and one's not, and that sort of thing. But I agree. I want both of them to go through emotional growth, and I would be satisfied if end of season 3 was them like getting back together. But I don't want another season finale about them. Like I care so much more about everyone else this season than the two of them. Not that I don't care for them, but like first season, let's be honest, was pretty much Ricky and Nene getting back together. And I feel like because that's how the first season was set up, that's like the premise of the show, hypothetically, is like the two of them getting back together. I think it only makes sense if they do get back together. But I don't know. I also really don't know. I don't know if maybe they're going to pull like a Vampire Diaries type thing where like you think she's with Stefan, you think she's with Stefan, and then she ends up with Damon. Like, I don't know. I don't know if that's an outdated reference as well. You guys let me know about that. But the fact that Lily insulted Big Red during the call, she has insulted so many people. That is why I don't want her to have a redemption arc. Because I don't want it to say, like, I don't want the message for the show to be like, you can be a jerk and be rude, like, mean to people, and then have a sob story and have people, like, relate to you. Like, yes, would it make more sense if she had more to her character than just being the jerk? Yeah. But do I really care if she's like, I don't want that to be the message. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want it to be like, oh, I did all these things because my mom pushes me so hard to be in drama and like she will not be nice to me and like I have a bad home life or something. Like, a lot of other people in the show have that going on and they're not jerks. So, like, Gina literally does not even live with her mom. She does not live with any of her biological family members, okay? And she's not a jerk. So, I don't want to see Lily or have them pull anything like that with real Lily. Reagan, I am doing wonderful. It is going great today. How are you doing? I hope you're having a great day. Disney Plus has the most nostalgic, and it feels like you're in the Disney game than Netflix, which is more serious and big budget. Yeah, I think like I struggle with this a little bit because I don't necessarily want to just be Disney content because like I think that makes it harder to relate to other people, grow because at a certain point like pretty much everyone has Disney Plus, I think that I know, or someone they know has Disney Plus, but there's a lot of other shows I'm really passionate about. The problem is just on Netflix, so much comes out that I can't even like sift through it, you know? And I've recently gotten really back into reading and I've got school going on. And so like it's really only if a show like catches my attention or I'm already invested in it. Like This Is Us, High School Musical, the musical series, any of the Marvel shows, like I am going to watch those week to week. Like, promise you that. But like other stuff, and Netflix with the drop of just a whole season, it's a lot more intimidating than just like, oh, I've got 20 minutes. Like, I'll watch Monsters at Work or something, which I did watch this week. It was surprisingly extremely delightful. It blends the two, Monsters University and Monsters Inc., so well. I would love to get y'all's opinion if you're watching that show. If you're not, Josh Simpson, my good friend over at After Credits, has a fantastic video giving his pitch of like why. Go watch it if you're not sold. If I'm not going to sell you here, go watch it. Yes, there's so much choice on Netflix. My watch list is huge. My watch list is always huge, and then I will go back to it to watch like that one specific thing, and it'll be gone. And I hate that. So that's why I like HBO Max, because like it'll tell me, "Hey, you need to watch Harry When Harry Met Sally because it's going to leave such and such date and you've been saying you're going to watch it for all these months, so just go watch it, you know?" I love Drew's video. I do wish that Disney Plus and HBO Max try to take inspiration from Netflix's actual watching format. Do you mean like where you can see like the next episodes and all that kind of stuff? The one thing is I don't think HBO Max's autoplay is that great. And Disney Plus is a little annoying because like whenever I would finish an episode of Loki, it'd be like the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and I was like, I already watched that. Like I don't want to check that out. I do like the sneak peeks of the HSMTMTS. I do like that. I don't know. I think it's fun to compare them and see, because Amazon's Amazon Prime Video format is horrible. It mixes in stuff you got to pay for, stuff that's good to you, stuff that you need to have a Stars or HBO add-on to do. Very complicated. Hulu I find can be sort of complicated, but Amazon Prime is easily the worst. Like I've been watching Invincible, right? The superhero TV show, and it started one of the episodes halfway through. I think I'd like accidentally clicked halfway through and it just started there. Like I literally clicked on the episode and it just started halfway through. I don't know. It's very frustrating. And it will also like have like certain seasons of a show and then be like, "Oh, this season is free but none of the rest are." I don't know. It's just frustrating. I need TV show suggestions. Well, Ray, not trying to get you off of the stream. I would love for you to stay and hang out because we're having a good time. I just put up a video, very low energy compared to how I am now. Like today, I've had a coffee, like I'm good to go. It's middle of the day, like we're having a great time. But my video that I put up this morning, I filmed when I was very tired and I got a little too sappy and emotional about like my favorite shows and TV. No, shows and TV are the same thing. My favorite shows and my favorite movies. And some of them are on there, but some I would really suggest to pretty much anyone who likes High School Musical, the musical series. Jane the Virgin. Fantastic show, so funny, so well done. It's got the fantasy element that High School Musical, the musical, the series uses sometimes, and I think the main character is really compelling, but it's also got, you know, some like mystery in it, and it is like an American telenovela, so it plays the same way as like a soap opera from any sort of Latin American or South American country. It's actually based on one from, I don't remember what country it's from. I want to say Colombia for some reason is the one. Like there was a telenovela in Colombia or some country that they like adapted for American audiences. It's also on the CW and it's also on Netflix and it is fantastic. Other suggestions. Disney Plus. If you guys are interested in behind the scenes stuff, the assembled shows for all of the Marvel series so far. I'm waiting for the Loki one. Those are great. Since it's summer and since the Olympics are about to come around, the Disney Channel games, some of you guys might be too young to remember that, but that was my jam. Was they would get all of the Disney Channel stars and put them on teams. There was a blue team, green team, red team, yellow team, and you would go vote for like who would be on the team. And they did like Olympics type wipeout obstacle course things and weird challenges, and it was so great. I was always pretty much rooting for Cole Sprouse's team, or David Henry's team. Yeah. I had the same problem with my Netflix watch. Yeah. Disney Plus feels like you're in the Disney vault, which I know a lot about. Yeah. I do really like the fact that Disney Plus, I just can watch whatever Disney or Marvel or Star Wars or Pixar movie I want. Like, I do really like that. They have so much of their own content that it just blows me away that they didn't come up with having a streaming service sooner. But I think they really knocked it out of the park. If there's a season 3, maybe Rini will go to prom. I would love that. I would love that. The only thing I'm now getting sad about is season 3 is I don't know what they're going to skip over, because like this year they went from the close of the musical to like New Year's Day-ish and had them, and then the semester from there. I don't want EJ to graduate. I don't want him to graduate. Each streaming service has its own celebrity. Millie Bobby Brown, Elizabeth Olsen. Disney Plus got a lot of stars. HBO Max, the Friends cast, yeah. Oh, Jennifer and Reese are like the best duo in the morning show. They give Lily a redemption arc. I hope it's not an arc like Gina and EJ's thing, except what she did. I think it would be nice if she like graciously apologized and then was like went her way. But yeah, I don't want it to be like, oh, and now she's with another character and yeah, no, I don't want that. Me too, Rebecca. Stefan? Ooh, I love that boy. Okay, first and foremost, he is so polite, okay? He would defend Elena to the day he dies, which is literally, he will never die, so like forever. I've never finished Vampire Diaries, actually. Maybe I should get back on that. I'm on my Teen Wolf kick now, so I don't really want to go back to Vampire Diaries. But Stefan, the first episode, he talks about F. Scott Fitzgerald in The Great Gatsby, which is my favorite book. And I was like, I am in love with you, sir. Like, you are a vampire. You are hot. You play football. And this now, the only character I have, like, off the bat loved more than him is Styles Stilinski. Both S names. Maybe I'm a narcissist a little bit with you know what I'm saying? Sasha, Stefan, Styles, I don't know. But I love Stefan. I never got to see him. I can't remember where I stopped, but he and Elena broke up and I never got to see him. I know there's someone else he ends up with and I never got to see that, and I'm kind of considering now going back and watching it. I feel like I missed the second wave of the Vampire Diaries. It happened probably like a year or two ago for me, and I feel like I missed it, and I really should have gone on that, but okay. Oops. Yeah. I ditto this. I mean, I love season 1, don't get me wrong, and I'd love to do a rewatch. Should we do a ranking, guys? Should we do a ranking at some point of all the episodes? Let me know. But yeah, this season is so strong. It's so good. So good. I think everyone can tell I'm a huge Seblo stan. Yes, absolutely. Love Redland, Portwell, Cowie. As for Rini, I don't think they're healthy for each other. Yeah, and so I would circle, like, I'm doing it with my mouse, but you guys can't see that at the moment. I really think they have so much history that if they work on themselves and take time to not rush into another relationship, they could make it. But I'm not in any rush to see that because I think that would be sending a very unhealthy message. I totally agree. I want to know. Yeah, she's kind of stalkerish a little bit, you know. Gina's brother. Oh yeah, I forgot. She mentioned she has a way older brother. That would be interesting if he popped into the show. Reagan says, I was so close to picking up the Scott Pilgrim 4K yesterday, but I didn't. I didn't even know that one came out. I feel like, where do you get the information about when the 4Ks come out, Reagan? Because I feel like I don't follow that as closely because let me tell you guys something. I've gotten a lot of Blu-rays in the last month. I'm planning a summer haul pretty soon, but I've gotten like literally like 90 to 95% of them at Goodwill. And I know you kind of got to wipe them down with a Clorox wipe. You kind of got to take all the stickers off, you know, make sure they're good to go. That is saved so much money. Because even at Best Buy, it's like the cheap ones are $10. So, plus my Xbox, I bought it so I could watch 4K movies, but I don't have a 4K TV, and I watched Ex Machina, the 4K, in my Xbox, and it just made some really scary noises, and I was like, I'm not playing with this. I'm not messing with this. If Lily gets a redemption arc, I might scream, and not in a good way. Yeah, no, not in a good way. I screamed over In a Heartbeat when it transitioned to them, because, okay, Bob to the Sky Baby, I think you might remember this, since you're such a Seblos fan. Is Seb wearing the same suit he wore from Homecoming and at Carlos's birthday? Because I thought that was a really nice touch. It kind of looked the same, but I think it was a really nice touch if they did that. Because he did mention, like, oh, my parents said I have to rewear this. Disney Plus is starting to drop their whole seasons for the biggest show. Do you mean like they're finishing up Soha? Because yeah, like Loki's done now. Do you guys like the week-to-week format? Because also, I'm making the assumption that you guys are way younger than me, or like a couple years younger than me. I'm 21 and a half. I don't know how old you guys are, but I feel like most of you are like teen age. Do you guys like the week-to-week of Disney Plus, or do you prefer this season drop? Because I like getting to talk to you guys each week about it, and this has changed. Like, I was kind of like, oh, I like the week-to-week thing, but this has pushed me over onto like, no, I love that TV shows come out week to week because you get to like sit with it for a while, and it lasts so much longer. But I don't know. I'd love to get other people's opinions on that. First 2 episodes of Monsters at Work, I wasn't the biggest fan, but when I watched episode 3, it wasn't that bad. So the thing I really like about Monsters at Work, if I'm going to give a pitch, thought I was going to burp there. There we go. There it was. The thing I like the most is that it deals with the actual ramifications of Monsters, Inc., while also introducing the other information we learned in Monsters University. Like, to me, as a college student, right, hearing Tyler, the main character, be like, I'm gonna be a scarer, I went to school for scaring, like, I saved all this money to go to college, and then scaring, like, isn't even a thing. I'm going into the entertainment industry, and this past year, I had a lot of, like, stressful, like nervous moments of, like, are movie theaters gonna disappear? Is, like, streaming gonna be harder to get into? Is the industry gonna collapse in on itself because, like, they don't need as many people, or they realize they can work from home, so they don't need people in the office, which is where I'd get my starter job. So to me, to see that articulated in Monsters at Work in kind of a comedy workplace setting, I'm also a sucker for workplace comedies. I really just anything set in the workplace, I just like. I don't know why. But yeah, so that's why I like it. That is why I like it. I really want to watch Monsters Inc., then Monsters Uni, then Monsters Works. Yella, have you not seen any of these? Or are you saying you want to watch them in that order? Because that would be interesting. Legit, I only use Netflix to watch Big Time Rush. That show slapped. Okay, I was not the biggest fan of a lot of Nickelodeon shows. Like, obviously, I grew up with iCarly. I watched, like, a bit of Victorious and that kind of stuff. But Big Time Rush, Carlos was my boy. Okay, I loved him. Right? I think that's Carlos, the one that's married to the girl from Spy Kids now. Hold on. Oh, no, that's not the tab I want to use. Carlos Big Time Rush. Carlos Pena, I think is his name. Carlos Pena Vega. Yep. I loved him. Monsters at Work. I highly recommend. If you're not sold, go watch Josh's video. I think he sells it very well. Talks about a lot of its strengths. Amazon watching formats does sucks. Why do they put their cast? I don't like that either because I feel like it ruins things. I mean, it is nice if you're gonna be like, oh, pause, who's in this scene? Like, who is that? But I could see it spoiling stuff potentially. Yeah. One day I want to watch all 3 High School Musical movies, then watch High School Musical the musical. That would be a really fun marathon. That really would be a really fun marathon. I have not seen Julie and the Phantoms. One of my best friends loves this show. Loves it, loves it, loves it. And I feel like because I like High School Musical the musical series, maybe I would like it. The only thing is I just don't really, I don't know. It doesn't appeal to me outside of, like, people's recommendations. So maybe I need to give it a shot, but yes, the games. They're on Disney Plus. You can go watch them, Rebecca. It's so good. I want this to happen now, Janelle. You can't be putting these ideas in my head if they're not gonna happen. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. This is so I would love that. Senior year, if any of you guys are seniors in high school, senior year, High School Musical 3, senior year, hits so hard, so deep. Like, oh, it is like, it just, yeah. It's so good. So I really want this to happen now, Janelle. I really want this to happen. High School Musical is like inspiration from, yeah, I think it takes inspiration for pretty much any high school musical, high school, like, musical about high schoolers. Grease, I'm not a fan of, I'll be honest, kind of an unpopular opinion. I just can't really get behind it. I don't think John Travolta's that interesting in it. The way I thought Ricky died, I was a little nervous too. I was like, that's kind of a serious injury. Yeah. Teen Wolf will always be my favorite show. It is I didn't expect it to be as good as it was. I watched, like, 1 episode years ago and I ended up, this is weird, but I was having, like, problems with my contacts and I ended up getting a sty. And so I was, like, trying to watch it with my boyfriend and his little sister, and I'm trying to, like, watch, and I'm like, my eyes killing me, and I'm like, I need to go home. Like, I just need to go home. I can't watch this anymore. Go home. And then it was never on anything. And I tried to, like, switch my, like, VPN stuff. That didn't really work, so I could watch it because it was available in Europe. And now it is on Hulu. and I'm trying to get through it before it like leaves or something else. If it leaves, I genuinely would have to buy it. I would genuinely have to buy it to finish it. I haven't been able to watch episodes, but that is my plan for this evening, is to catch up. Well, not catch up because the show's finished, but I'm in season 3 right now. So to get a couple episodes, season 3 episodes under my belt. Ooh, a ranking. Okay, we might have to do it. Might have to. I'm hoping EJ takes a gap year because he still doesn't know what he wants to do and is still figuring out who he is, and the way he could stick around and maybe even help Miss Jen. This idea I like. So I don't know if you guys ever heard, but when Sweet Life on Deck was on the air, apparently the Sprouse brothers, they really wanted them to do like another season or another show. And the Sprouse brothers came up with this pitch of basically saying like they would go back to Miami and basically they would live in another like hotel situation, and there would be a kid who lived in their apartment complex or hotel that kind of reminded them of like themselves as kids. And they would basically like take care of him, and I think Cody was supposed to like go off to Yale or something like that. And Cody and Zach, right, is the other one's name. And Zach was going to like stay and be like a car dealer or do something else like in Miami, like have a job there, not go to college, that sort of thing, to kind of show like it's cool if you go to college, it's cool if you don't go to college, like explore not getting into the show or the college that you want to and that sort of thing for Cole. I don't remember, or Cody, sorry, I'm mixing up their real names and their fake names. Long story short, it was supposed to be that, and they pitched that to Disney, and Disney kind of was like, maybe not, maybe so. Then Disney called them back in and gave them the same pitch, except they added Selena Gomez, who it doesn't make any sense to me. Oops, because Wizard of Waverly Place was so popular, so I don't understand why that was the pitch. But whatever. And they said like no. They said they were like kind of insulted that they kind of came back with them with the same pitch that they had before, and that's why Sweet Life on Deck ended up ending kind of somewhat abruptly, and then like they just kind of went on. I feel like that's a long way for me to say. I think EJ could totally have that kind of vibe. I think Disney Plus is able to do things that Disney Channel in the past didn't like to do, and I think that would be really interesting to explore, because I think he's got a lot of qualities and a lot of hobbies and stuff, but I think it would be really nice to see a show where they kind of explore, I'm going to go to community college or just do classes online while I try to figure out what I want to do with the rest of my life. Oh, I also thought about it really quickly. Diary of a Future President. If you guys don't watch that show on Disney Plus, season 2 is coming out next month. Highly recommend you catch up on season 1. It is so good. It is so cute. And there's a character named Sasha in it, and she is so cute. Like, absolutely adorable. Reagan is recommending to watch Movie Guy 365. He does a lot of stuff about new releases. Okay, for 4Ks and Blu-rays. Got it. Thank you so much, Reagan. Okay. Yes, they were wearing the same suits as their homecoming suits. They were both wearing their homecoming outfits. See, that's the detail, the attention to detail that the show gets. It is so good. So good. Kind of like a flashback. Yeah. It is. It's like if they got the version of homecoming that they always wanted. You guys are just doing great with chats today. I'm just trying to keep up with you guys. Rebecca, I'm 26. Girl, don't even feel that way. Do not. Like, I feel bad sometimes because I feel like I like a lot of shows that I can't recommend to people because I know a good portion of my audience is, well, to be honest, 50% of my audience, I've looked at my analytics. Most of you guys are from 18 to 24. So I guess I shouldn't assume. But okay, maybe there's more people. I think High School Musical, the musical series, appeals to so many people. Anyone who grew up with the original 3 movies, it's nostalgia, right? Teenagers nowadays, like I know more people in college that watch this show than people in high school and middle school that watch this show, even though I'm sure that's a huge audience. And obviously Olivia Rodrigo and Joshua Bassett being the music stars that they are, specifically Olivia Rodrigo, that does not hurt anything for like the appealability of the show. For sure, we could watch all of season 1 and then Saturday we could rank the episodes, then do the same thing a week. Oh, that would be so fun. Because that's the thing, guys. Honestly, I'm more sad. I'm less sad about the show ending than I am about not getting to talk to you guys about these episodes each week. That's why I want to find a show. Like, people have been really recommending Never Have I Ever on Netflix. So that's kind of like why I ask, like, what are you guys watching? What are that kind of thing? Because, like, I really am going to miss this Like, just don't leave my channel, please, guys, when this season is over, because I swear we'll do more, and I want to find more content similar that you guys like. They're both wearing their homecoming suits. Yes. Yes. Turn 20. Happy early birthday, Bop to the Sky, baby. Happy early birthday. I love that for you. 20. Gosh. Turning 20 feels like it was yesterday, and I'm closer to 22 than I am to 20. So that's scary. Who do I think they should cast as Gina's brother? I mean, I love Jordan Fisher. Okay? I love Jordan Fisher. And I know that he is in the Disney Channel family. He was in Teen Beach movie. And I would love, he's busy on The Flash right now, but I would really love if that was her older brother. I love him so much. Kelly, I miss you and I love you. And I'm trying to bring back our group chat. I just sent you a Snapchat earlier today about The Bachelorette, which if any of you guys are watching Bachelorette, let me know, because I'm like way back into this season. Katie's season is so good. But Kelly, I love you and I miss you. And can't wait till school starts so I can see you more. I do agree about the week-to-week thing, though, because it's what I grew up with. See, Rebecca, we're about the same age-ish. So that's how I feel. Like, TV was never binging. Now, when I figured out I could watch shows online, maybe legally, maybe not, I was like, I'm gonna binge shows. Like, I used to do that so much in middle school. Like, New Girl, Big Bang Theory. Like, getting Netflix changed my life. Like, when I could just binge shows and I didn't have to search up each episode. Crazy. But yeah, no, exactly. I feel this way. Like Wednesdays this summer were like, I mean, it was summer, but like during the school year, like Fridays, I like looked forward to WandaVision and Falcon and Winter Soldier every Friday. And I would like watch in the morning, make my video, and then I was like, okay, gotta get back to reality. So I totally feel the same way. Week to week is better because got Disney Plus like 3 months ago and binged the first season of HSM, but I think waiting is better. Yeah, it's more fun, I think, week to week. Plus, the time, especially for High School Musical, the musical series, which I feel like skips over good chunks of time, you know? Like, most episodes this season have really been like one day, right? And I feel like they skip the they skip a good portion. So like when you're waiting a week for that episode to come out, it feels like you're doing the same amount of time as the characters. And I think it does a lot for the romantic relationships because it feels like the characters have been together much longer than they have in on-screen time. Wrong wording. They're starting to drop their own originals in one whole day. Wait, what? This is new information to me, Soha. Oh, you're right. Disney's surveying subscribers about releasing new shows all at once. I would not mind that for certain shows. So like, I don't know if any of you guys have, I don't know how much you like look around and don't on the original Disney Plus content. But the show that Jeff Goldblum does, I think it's The World According to Jeff Goldblum or something like that. It's a National Geographic show. That is something I would love to get a season at a time because that is a great like background show to like listen, learn about things. It's kind of like a really funny podcast with Jeff Goldblum. So I would really love if they dropped that all together. But then something like High School Musical, the musical series, because then like the problem is too, like High School Musical, the musical series or Loki, people are then going to be tweeting about it who can get to it first. And especially if they're dropping stuff. I don't know. Well, I haven't been surveyed Disney Plus, so I would like to be surveyed, please. I like the weekly. Seems like there's a good portion of us. I want to do a full marathon. I've been wanting to do this with Jennifer Vega did great. First of all, Jennifer's great. Please go subscribe to her. She is a wonderful person. But she did a 24-hour movie challenge where she like binge stuff. I want to do that with like a chronological ranking of the MC or not ranking, the chronological MCU, like Captain America, First Avenger, Captain Marvel, I think Iron Man would come next. Like I want to do it that way just because I've never watched it that way. I've watched them as they've come out or just randomly rewatched episodes or movies, but I would love to do a marathon of something soon. That would be really fun. Alex heading to senior year. Alex, when stuff starts to get real around like fall, rewatch High School Musical senior year. Sopranos is my favorite TV show of all time. of all time. I love the mafia genre so much. I appreciate its existence. Martin Scorsese has done so much for that genre, and I do really like. I'm a big fan of like heist mafia type stuff, but I don't watch as much of it. I think on like a regular basis. Sopranos is a show I really want to get into. That's on HBO Max because it's HBO original. A character ranking. I think that would be more interesting than episodes because you guys have heard my week to week reviews of season 2. So maybe character would be more interesting. That would be really fun. I watched Teen Wolf when I was younger. I thought it was crazy fever dream. I saw people talking about it, but I didn't realize it was an actual show. Huh. That's interesting. I literally I don't know if anyone else does this. I take Snapchats of things sometimes, and because I don't feel like they apply or are relevant to a specific person, and I don't just want to put them on my like Snapchat story, I just save them for myself, and just because I know I'm gonna get a laugh out of it, right? Because I thought it was funny in the first place, so like I'll laugh at it later. And there's like a good week period when I first started watching Teen Wolf where every single Snapchat I saved for myself was either of Stiles Stilinski or just about Teen Wolf in general. And when I watched it, when I first started watching it, I was also watching Loki, and I had a dream where I had to teach Scott and Stiles how to time travel. Like this is how much I think and how much TV and movies consume me on a regular basis. Like I just constantly think about them. Danny knows what's up. Okay, Diary of a Future President is so good. Okay, if you're a Jane the Virgin fan, Gina Rodriguez, who is Jane, is what is the little girl's name in Diary of a Future President? I don't know, but she is her older, like when she becomes president. And she's like, oh, looking through her diary or whatever. That first season is so good. It's so funny. It's so good. I love it. It has the same vibes as Jane the Virgin. I honestly think one of their houses in Diary of a Future President is like the same set of Jane the Virgin. It's very similar. Reagan, I have not seen Scott Pilgrim. It is on my list. It is up there. It's on Netflix, Reagan says. So if anyone's looking to watch Scott Pilgrim, it's on Netflix. I can't wait for season 2. Yeah. I'm so excited for season 2. It's such a good show. It's so cute and wholesome, and I love them. It very much is similar to kind of like an 8th grade kind of vibe. If any of you guys have seen that movie, it's a Bo Burnham directed movie. And yeah. Rate Portwell on a scale to 1 to 10, 11. Can that be my scale? I love them. I like when I say I haven't felt this way about certain like characters in a TV show in a long time, like I really mean it. Like Marvel shows have just introduced some complicated ships for me. Like obviously I like Wanda and Vision together, but they're already together, right? So like it's not really a ship at that point necessarily. And then like oh, I'm so sorry. And then Stiles and Lydia. Well, I want them to be together so bad. But Portwell, I really love. So 10. You're the same age as Olivia. Okay, so I think this is the general age. Opening night is this Friday. Oh boy. I know. It's coming soon. Reagan, is this for are you talking about the show or are you talking about your opening night? Because I know your school or your organization is putting on High School Musical. Jordan Fisher, that would be amazing. Yeah, I think that would be my like dream casting for him to show up in this show somewhere. Or wait, full stop. I mean, I don't think this could happen because like they had Lucas Grabeel come in and be himself talking to Miss Jen. What if Corbin Bleu was her older brother? Also, have you guys seen the I think it's really just like an announcement and poster. I don't really think there's a trailer for it, but there's going to be a Hallmark or Lifetime movie this Christmas, which I'm usually not a fan of those kind of things, but I'm really excited this year because Monique Coleman and Corbin Bleu are going to be playing love interests in one. Taylor and Chad getting back together in a Christmas movie. Could I be more excited for something? No. Jordan, yes, he's so good. Jordan Fisher would be a third Evan Hansen actor in HSMTMTS, and I'm here for it. Yes. Jordan Fisher is ridiculously talented. I don't know if any of you guys like watch streams that aren't like on YouTube or anything like that, but Jordan Fisher's Twitch streams, like I don't even like play the games he plays, like Apex I think is the majority thing that he plays. I don't even play that just because I like to hear his voice. He has such a smooth voice and then he'll start singing. He is great. He is so good. Guys, I keep losing my spot. Okay. Set answered those. Just turned 19. Happy birthday. Happy belated birthday, Kennedy. It's so cool to know how old, like, that's, I don't want this to sound creepy. I feel like it sounds weird. But, like, it's nice to know that, like, people aren't, because I think I just assume a lot of my audience is, like, 14-year-olds. And that's clearly not the case, right? I also don't mind having a whole season once. Yeah, I think it just would depend on the show. Like, obviously, like, something like WandaVision, I think had it come out all in one dump, people wouldn't have had the visceral reaction to the ending that they did. Yeah. You should react to The Bachelorette. You can start doing it with Bachelor in Paradise. Okay, Rebecca, you read my mind. Do you have access to my Google Calendar? Because I think you do, girl. I think you do, because literally I have. So I've been putting, like, important dates of, like, oh, movies are coming out. Like, things in my personal life I'm merging into my YouTube calendar, which I've never done before, because, like, obviously I've grown a lot in the past couple months, and I don't want that to stop when I go back to school in August. But I have on the 16th, August 16th, Bachelor in Paradise is back. And then I literally have a video scheduled the next day about it. If you want to see it, Rebecca, I will literally do it for you, girl. I will literally do it for you, because I realized with this, listen, I've watched Bachelorette since JoJo's season. JoJo and Jordan, first season I ever watched of The Bachelorette. I've watched a couple seasons, like, older clips. Like, I've seen most of Ben's season in reverse. I think I've watched, like, 2 seasons of Bachelor in Paradise before I even started watching, which I think was season 3. So I think I've seen most of those. I even watched Bachelor Winter Games, which was like, are they going to do a Summer Games? I guess not, because Bachelor in Paradise coming back. But Bachelor in Paradise is my favorite of the franchise. Favorite. I love Wells. I was honestly, Rebecca, you would be the person I would send this Snapchat to. The one I took this morning was like, I can't believe Wells went from being like the guy who like hadn't kissed JoJo and then like got like went home because he didn't have a connection. Now is married to Sarah Hyland, is basically the host of the Bachelor franchise, just doing everything. Like, I miss Chris Harrison. I know there's a lot of complicated stuff going on with that, but I think Caitlyn and Tayshia have done a great job this season, like fantastic. Like, they're a great duo on their own, but then as like hosts, I think they do a really good job. But yeah, Katie's I wouldn't review unless I did like a recap of like The Bachelorette is back kind of thing, because like I just really think the last couple seasons of The Bachelorette have been so disappointing in my opinion. And I'm loving Katie's season. Michelle Young was my favorite from last season of The Bachelor. I wanted her to win so bad. But I think she gets to go on her own journey now, and so I'm excited to see that. And then The Bachelor in Paradise is my favorite. So Rebecca, mark your calendar for August 17th, girl. I'm just saying something will be coming your way, or maybe sometime that week, because I probably won't do it right away. But can I just say, I need Seblos and Redland, I love yous. Yes. We had this whole romantic speech from Ricky and Nene last season. It's time other people get to do the same thing. Absolutely 100%. It's obvious they both feel that way, and it's obvious they're both a lot healthier and better off than Ricky and Nene. Like, it's maybe not always the greatest idea when you get back together with someone to be like, I love you, you know what I mean? Not judging Ricky and Nene, guys. Like, I love them. I want them to be endgame ultimately, but totally agree with that. I've watched all of the Marvel movies with my parents recently in that order. It's so much fun. I'm really excited. The one thing I want to wait for, I don't know if I start it now, and maybe Bob to this guy, you can help me with this. I want to watch it, but obviously Black Widow doesn't come out on Disney Plus for free until October, I think, is the date that they're saying. I'm not going to pay $30 just to watch in the chronological rewatch, and I know I have a good portion. Like, I have all of Phase 1 and pretty much all of Phase 2 before I would get to that point, and a couple others, so maybe I will start it, but I really want that one to be in the chronological rewatch. And I kind of want it to just be like, oh, once a week I watch a Marvel movie and get to like maybe review it. Because I want to rank them all, but I've been getting some heat on Letterboxd a bit sometimes for my whatchamacallit. I've been getting some heat for my ranking of some of the movies, and what am I trying to I'm losing my train of thought. And it's because I haven't rewatched so many of them in so long. So I like need to rewatch them. Hold on one second. Hold on. Oops. Nope. Didn't mean to do that. 1 second. Sorry. I'm getting a text message and I need to reply to it. Okay. Yes, Reagan's opening night is Friday. Reagan, I hope it goes beautifully. I hope it goes wonderfully for you. Characters and couple rankings, perhaps? Bob to the Sky, I think you're onto something. I think I will have to do that. Yes, Yellow, we can talk about our guilty pleasure TV shows because you're obsessed with reality dating. Love Island, I need to get into. And the reason I need to get into it is because Cody and Noelle, Tiny Meat Gang, they're doing special episodes of their podcast on Wednesdays talking about Love Island. Welcome back to Love Island. And like I need to watch that show. The only thing is it comes out like every day, doesn't it? So that's kind of a bit of a commitment where I know Bachelorette is once a week, you know? But yeah, no. Reality TV is my guilty pleasure. For sure 100% because especially being in like the entertainment world, like there's a lot of shows that I feel like okay, if they're Emmy nominated, I got to watch it or like it's nominated for something, got to watch this movie. Got to like stay up on the trends, got to catch up on all these like this certain director's movies or something or whatever's trending that I'm, you know, really into like High School Musical, the series or Loki are perfect examples of that. Like shows I would watch whether I had this channel or not, but I want to like, you know, talk about it with you guys when it's coming out. But reality TV show is my go-to. Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I mean, can we talk about how this is the end of an era that show is not going to be on the air anymore? I love that show. And that one is probably my top guilty pleasure because Bachelor and Bachelorette, especially since going to college, I like get together with a bunch of my girlfriends and we watch it and we have like our I can't say this properly, but the charcuterie board where it has cheese and meat and like salami or like I don't know. That's all I eat off of it is like Cheez-Its or whatever. And I love doing those with my and I just like getting together with my gal pals and having it be a reason to like get together each week. So it's not really a guilty pleasure of mine. It's just, you know, it's what I watch. Yes, I'd rate Port well above a 10. Don't even worry about it. Yes, Diary of a Future President is so good. Am I wanting to watch Fear Street? Okay. The reviews for this trilogy movie has been so good. I think it is the coolest concept of like having a trilogy come out back to back, week to week. This is where Netflix is killing the game over other people. Is like they are so creative. Like this is something that I'm sure was pitched to them or they come up with. It's a Netflix original. Like I feel like only really they could do that. And I want to watch it, but I am really bad with horror. Really, really bad. Like I get scared really easily. Like last night I considered watching it, but was like it's night. Like I can't watch a horror movie. I can't. And I don't know how horror they are compared to thriller or if it's more like Stranger Things type just creepy. It's not really horror. But yeah. So I think I need to check it out, but do you guys think I could handle it? Like I mean seriously, like I can't do horror. I could do like Get Out and stuff like that, but not like The Gift. Ooh, that movie gave me creepy EBGBs. Can't do it. No. And I don't really like demon stuff. Like I can do serial killer type true crime stuff, but I can't do like Saw anything with puppets in it. I can't do. Nope. Absolutely not. I don't mess with puppets. Mm-mm. If I was to be friends with an MCU character and have a lot of things alike, who would it be? The person I am most like in the MCU, and I kid you not, is Ned. As I am speaking to you right now, I have a camera, I have 2 monitors, I have a keyboard, I have a resting pad for my keyboard, microphone, and you know, thing. I've got gamer headsets. I have tech stuff surrounding me. So if I was gonna say there's one person I'm most like, or like who would I be in the MCU, it would be Ned. Like I would be I even as far as to say like where Ned's like, oh, Peter knows Spider-Man or like all this kind of stuff, like I would be that friend, like trying to like give my friend clout or like potentially being bad at keeping the secret of their alter ego. So yeah, that would be me. But if I were to say like another character that I would just be like friends with, I would totally, if I was in the MCU, I would want to be like Yelena or Natasha because they're just both badasses, but I could not be that way. And then maybe I would be Wanda's babysitter for Billy and Tommy. I love kids. And maybe Peter though, if I'm being honest. Like oh my gosh, Mr. Stark, like like that's me. Okay, let's be honest. Like Peter at his core is a fanboy that just happens to have special powers and tries to use them to the best of his ability. Like that would be me. Have you seen Hamilton? Yes, I love Hamilton. I love In the Heights. In the Heights, I didn't connect with as deeply. Like, I don't know what it was about Hamilton, but it really shook me to my core. Really, like, became an obsession of mine for, like, all of last summer. Completely. Like, I could probably do the whole first act of Hamilton for you. Like, I could probably perform it. In the Heights, the songs are really making me like, ooh, I like this a lot more. Like I've been listening to the songs, are on my playlist. So yeah. Um uh yeah. I'm going to watch that in the cinema soon. It's really good. It's definitely good. It's a really fun time. Very fun summer movie. I've been binging Degrassi and ranking the characters each season. Lots of mixed feelings and lots of people move from first to fifth a lot. That's funny. I feel like High School Musical would be that way because the only thing is I don't think I could go back and watch season 1 now and like rank EJ and Gina where I do because I know how they like end up being, because now they'd be at the top of my list, but totally like mine would be reversed. They would be really low and I would bump them up now. Jordan's Twitch streams are so good. They really are so good. Have I seen the show Sex Ed? No, I haven't. I've heard really great things about this show, that it's really funny, but I haven't checked it out. See, I'm really bad when it comes to Netflix originals and like getting like watching them when they're coming out, when they're popular. I'm just really bad at that. What was the first movie or TV show that makes you love pop culture in the entertainment world, and what makes you want to start a YouTube video? Do you mean a YouTube channel, Alex? Or like a specific show that I want to do a video about? So I think first movie or TV show that makes you love pop culture. When I saw The Avengers in 2012 when it came out, like it was called Marvel's The Avengers. It was the first big superhero movie. To see the way that popular culture has shifted from that movie to now, and the way that that movie has defined a lot of parts of like who I have become, or like things I'm interested in, or that kind of thing, The Avengers hands down would be the answer to that question. As far as wanting to start YouTube, I've always wanted to have a YouTube channel. Like since I was really little, like I always wanted to have a YouTube channel, and my parents, which I think was a really smart decision, and I would, say to anyone else, having anonymity and not having social media when you're young, growing up, going through elementary, middle, high school. I hope no one lets their kids have social media in elementary school, but I think that that was really good. And so when I went to college, I was 18 and my parents said, okay, you can do what you want with social media or that kind of thing. Just like be smart, think it through. Know once it's online, it's kind of out there forever. And so one of the first things I did was like, I didn't have a summer internship or a job when I came home from college freshman year. So I was like, I'm going to make a YouTube channel. So if you scroll back to the bottom of my YouTube videos, you'll see a bunch of lifestyle stuff. I talk really quietly and I'm like, hey guys, like, welcome back to my channel, like, la 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 la. And I realized like the things I really was passionate about talking about and things I talked about in my spare time that none of my friends cared about, or were kind of like, okay, you're talking a little bit too much about this. And so I was like, let me make this my YouTube channel. Like, let me make my YouTube channel about that. And that's what I did. And so that's where we are. As far as like shows that make me want to make YouTube videos about them, I think it's stuff that I feel like I have something to say. So like a show I know has a community, like Marvel shows, obviously there's the whole Marvel community watching them. High School Musical, the musical series, when I did the trailer reaction to season 2, that's when I was kind of blown away and was like, a lot of people watch this show. And so I really wanted to, kind of capitalize on that and just say like, there's other people out there that love this show that I love. Let me make episodes or videos about it. And then with something like Teen Wolf, I feel like there's certain things each season that I notice that I kind of just, this sounds so nerdy, but like I want to write an essay about, or like a paper. And so I've turned that into like video essay type stuff. So I hope that answers your question. That was very long. And Space Jam 2, in my opinion, is really good. I don't get the hate. I think the hate was inherent for this movie. If you watch the original Space Jam, it's not that good. Like in the sense that it's very obviously a kids movie. It's entertaining. It's only like an hour and a half. And it's not really like yeah, Michael Jordan being pulled down a golf ball hole to go to Looney Tune World. like to fight Martians doesn't make a ton of sense narratively, but it's fun. It's a good time. And so I think with Space Jam 2, I think any of the hate comes from this thing is good from the past. Why are we remaking it? Which I think it just plays into the whole like Jordan, LeBron, GOAT situation conversation. And I guess I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen it yet. So I can't give my opinion on it. I apologize. Jack has a great video out about it though. Fanatic Films, go check him out. One of my best friends on YouTube. He did a YouTube video review about it, and you should go check it out. YouTube in general, Alex. I think I answered that question, but just in general, it's something I've just always wanted to do. I grew up watching Colleen Ballinger and Bethany Moda. I was a really big Nikki and Gabby fan in middle school. Who else is like popular on YouTube? Tyler Oakley I watched a good bit of. I don't know, YouTube was just something that like really spoke to me, and I became really really invested in it at an early age, and so it was just like, okay, like I need to try this out. It was one of those things where, and I encourage all of you to do this as long as it's safe, you're not like putting a ton of money out there or, going against parents' rules or your own morals for yourself, but like if you have something that you really, is that spit? I don't know. Sorry about that. If there's something you want to try and you have the free time to try it, please, I beg you, try it now, because life gets really busy, especially as you grow up, especially as college hits, especially as post-college hits. You get really busy. Other things that take priority to make money and to live life take a precedence, and you don't get to do those things. So for me, that's what starting my YouTube channel was, and that's what this summer was I'm going to give this my all, because when I graduate, I don't know that I can like guarantee to do this. Now that it's worked out as well as it has, I think it's something I wouldn't ever give up doing. I might have to cut back on it at some point. But I think just YouTube in general is just something that's always appealed to me. Sorry, really long answers today. All 14 are free on YouTube. That is really nice, Kennedy. Thank you for letting me know. I will maybe have to check it out sometime. I wonder if EJ is going to find out about the chocolates. I think Gina still likes Ricky. Ooh, I could totally see this being played up in one of the episodes, or coming up in some matter of content, contention, being a subject of contention. Favorite song this season? Original, or I really like Carlos and Seb's song. Is it called In a Heartbeat? I really like that song. I really like Ricky's song to Nene, the Let Her Go song. And then the Beauty and the Beast one, I really actually like. I love the part in the auditions where Ashlyn is singing as Belle. Because Belle and the reprise of Belle is probably my favorite song in all of Beauty and the Beast. So I really liked that. I think EJ really killed the Gaston song. Like he bodied that. He said, "This is my character, this is my song, this is my time to shine. I'm gonna do this." Cassidy is here. Cassidy, how are you doing? No problem for being late. Don't even worry about it. We're still on, so we're good to go. Saltine Cracker, I'm pretty sure he's still alive. I think he's good. I think he might be a little bit badly like wounded, but it might be a problem. There's a song in a finale called Second Chances, sung by Ricky, Nene, EJ, and Gina. That'll be interesting to see where that happens. Getting some good likes for Reagan. Damien Chazelle is making a movie. Is this confirmed? Because I'll be honest, and this might be a hot take, I don't really need to see a Hamilton movie. And I only say this because I feel like it's just good in its original form. And like In the Heights, I feel like had to change a lot of things to be different. Hamilton movie, I don't know. Maybe I like musical theater. It works as like musical theater. Hamilton's Legacy. Okay. This is on Idea Wiki. Hamilton's Legacy is an upcoming American musical drama directed by Jamie and Chazelle, written by Lin-Manuel Miranda and Chazelle himself. Two-sided story that takes place in 1776 and present-day New York, which tells the story of his granddaughter. I would be very interested to see this, but I just think the OG Hamilton is so good. I would just hate if it was. I mean, I love Damien Chazelle, don't get me wrong, but I don't know. In the Heights just didn't work as much for me. And I know that was like adapted to the big screen, so I don't know. I'm not fully sold on that, you know? We'll see. Wonder if EJ and Gina's date will go well. Oh, you brought up the chocolates. Yeah, I would be really interested. Or maybe like it's second chances at just finding love in general, like Ricky, or because obviously, okay, here's how I see it. Ricky and Nene obviously like want to be together. And that's probably who they're singing second chances about, is like with each other potentially, right? Gina and EJ could be singing just about they've each liked another member of the Ricky and Nene. EJ has liked Nene, dated their exes, and then Gina has liked Ricky. So what if they're singing the song about like they're getting a second chance with EJ and Gina are getting it? I'm horrible at explaining this. EJ and Gina are getting a second chance with each other at love since they've been burned by the other two before. What do we think of that idea? Port Willis finally thing. Episode 10 was amazing and so intriguing. Totally agree. The cliffhanger really caught me by surprise. Wasn't expecting that, but I thought it was great. I'm really interested to see where episode 11 goes. Like each time this show comes out, each Friday, I'm like, I need the next episode now, which is where like the week to week thing. But I get to like, you know, fester on it, think about it a little bit. I know the season of Love Island is so good. It's a commitment because it does come out every day. Okay, here's a question. Do you think if I watched Love Island like once a week that I would get enough? Like, is there any good YouTube channels that do a recap? Like, maybe I should just listen to Cody and Noelle's podcast as my recap, but I could probably watch 1 or 2 episodes a week. I just can't do every day. So like, does anyone know of any good YouTubers who recap it in like maybe like 5 minutes to where I could watch the video every day but not have to watch the whole show, you know? Fear Street 2 Part 2 is the best one. Still have to see Part 3. I've heard mixed opinions on which one people like more, which is cool, and I think it speaks to how awesome the series is because like everybody's kind of finding their favorite amongst the 3 and can kind of pick that way. Same. I can't watch horror. When I was young, showed me a picture of Chucky. Ugh, Chucky's gross. Chucky's gross. Saltine Cracker. I don't think he died. I think he's good. I'm just saying. I think he's gonna be okay. I don't think they would kill him in the show. But no one did run out to catch him or move Ashlyn out of the way, which I thought was interesting. Ashlyn maybe just tried to catch him. Who knows? Fear Street is kind of more of a slasher. If you think you might get scared, then I recommend watching it during the day. Okay. I'm just so intrigued by it. I'm intrigued by it. Sasha says The Avengers was the first big superhero movie. Sad The Dark Knight noises. Okay, I don't mean it's the big, I mean like team up. Obviously The Dark Knight was very popular at the same time, but like I mean the concept of bringing characters together, because like X-Men has always been team up situation, right? But Avengers taking individual parts from movies and putting them together in one, like having 6 characters be the basis for the show. That's what I mean. I'm not saying Dark Knight's not that good. I think Dark Knight Rises and Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises are great. I don't like Batman Begins. It's not that good a movie. Sorry. It's not. Nene has just pissed me off this season. Totally agree. Ricky did that too in the beginning, with these past episodes it really changed my mind. That's why I want Nene's road to betterment to start in these next 2 episodes, because Ricky, I've really come to enjoy being in his presence the last couple episodes, whereas Nene, I'm kind of done. For character, Carlos, Seb, Big Red, Ashlyn. It's hard to pick a favorite because there's so many of them. They're all so good. Give Alligator Loki an arc. I have seen this trending and I think it's a really funny joke. I really love Crocky, Alligator Loki, whatever he is. I love him. The original, yeah, I really like their redos of them. Best song for me is also Ricky's song. I don't know if did Joshua Bassett write it. He might have. I wouldn't be surprised if he did. But I think that would be interesting. Or if he did, that would be really cool. I'm watching all the Road to Visit Family things for community. Of course, Danny. That's awesome. That's so cool. I hope you have a very safe drive, and I hope your visit to family goes great. Will you do an episode review for Marvel's What If? Okay. I've talked about this a little bit with Jack. I've talked about this a little bit on our Loki Lives. I'm not going to be doing episode recaps. And the reason being, What If and a lot of the future Disney shows are going to start coming out on Wednesdays, which is great for Disney Plus. But that's the middle of the week for me with school. And like I said, with this being my last semester of school, that is my priority. I also am really involved with a couple of organizations at school, and they meet on Wednesdays. And I am intrigued for What If. But as a fan, I am not as, of course, like hyped for it as I would be Loki or Hawkeye or Miss Marvel. So, and because I've been doing weekly episode recaps for 2 shows at once throughout the summer, I kind of want to take a break from it. So, no, I'm not going to be doing stuff for What If. I will potentially be talking about it in live streams, or what do you want to call it? Like discussing it as the season ends. But as for now, no, I will not be doing weekly episodes for What If, just because I think it's going to be kind of a very like all over the place multiverse thing, and I'm interested to see. I think the animation looks awesome, but I'm not as intrigued with it as some of the future projects. And there's a couple other TV shows, potentially Bachelor, What We Do in the Shadows comes back in September, and then in also September, American Crime Story, one of my favorite shows ever, is coming back. So, I'm really interested to do a little bit more of that stuff until Hawkeye and Miss Marvel come out. EJ and Gina have both had, yeah. They were like the bad guys the first season, technically. EJ was trying to get back with Nene. He was kind of stealing her phone and lying to her. And then Gina was trying to get Nene out of the place so she could be in it. So they've grown a lot. Love Island Queen E. Okay, sorry. I'm gonna type that in. Queen E Love Island. Okay. Thank you, DL. I really appreciate that. To me, today proved that Ricky isn't going to be a good beast. What do you mean? I think it was kind of funny. He's definitely not the strongest actor of all of them, but they're also in high school. Like, I think they're probably they're acting a little bit worse. The funniest part was when he was like had fur in his mouth from the mask and he was trying to pull it out. That was so funny. Have fun at the mall, Alex. Thank you so much. You're great. Thank you so much for all your questions and stuff. Hope I answered them to the best of my ability, and I hope you have a great rest of your Saturday. Can we talk about Carlos and Seb this episode? The song was good. The chemistry, yes, Cassidy. Their chemistry, I mean, they're dating in real life. So obviously they have chemistry. But I feel like there's like a really real, genuine, and again, it's because they're dating in real life, but there's a real chemistry, a real genuine connection between the two of them. And I like the fact that they've had probably the deepest conversations other than Ashlyn and Big Red about like their future being together. And they're really serious and I really like them. I also just love the fact that Carlos is just a little bit like posh and hip, Broadway, and Seb's from the farm, and they're just the perfect little like opposites attract couple, and they're so cute. I love them. Nene's so petty and passive aggressive sometimes. They never adjust it, and I hope they do because so many people see Nene as perfect, even though the whole point. I think the problem that has happened recently, and the show again has been super daring to do this. Olivia Rodrigo's popularity, like she is probably the most popular person like in America in pop culture right now. I would be hard pressed to find someone else that is as popular as her because her music is great. It's been coming out all year. High School Musical she's in. She's everywhere nowadays, right? All over the internet. So to make Nene a pretty unlikable character this season is a really bold, brave choice. But I really hope that, I think first season she wasn't necessarily so passive aggressive and petty. Like she was really hurt first season, and now I just feel like she's changing personalities and like focusing on the wrong things. I really want her to just be like, I'm here for my friends. Like the music thing is great, obviously, but like just because you're like blowing up on social media doesn't mean you have to like be a jerk to everyone in your life. You know what I mean? The whole point is that no one's perfect, and that's what this show has done a really great job of doing. think for episode 11 or 12, West High is going to win. You mean North High? Just because I don't want North or East. Oh, you're saying a third school would win. That would be, I would not be surprised if something like that happened. Just totally random. Someone else does it. Because I'm thinking about it. 2 shows are doing Beauty and the Beast and someone does something like Little Mermaid. Like, I'm pretty sure you would then get, like, you're just different. So if you're good, you may have priority. Yeah, Let You Go and Home. Yeah, Julia Lester is beautiful performer, beautiful singer. I want more of her singing in this show. Yes, Alex, Reagan will be doing weekly What If reviews. I think a lot of great people are going to be doing reviews, including Reagan. So if you are looking for that, since I won't be doing it, feel free to go check out someone else's channel because there's going to be some great people reviewing it. I'm not going to have the time. I'm not going to have the energy. Yeah. I'm obsessed with In a Heartbeat. Like, I've listened to it at work, and honestly, I've listened to it over 100 times this episode. It is so good. Not me sobbing over Rebels and Rodfini here. I'm also a liar. Like, they're so cute. I really feel like them as characters. They're so well written. I don't know, I just like everything about them. The fact that Seb is just kind of like when he said like, "Oh, bop to the top," and Carlos is like, "Honey, no. Honey, please." Like, they're so cute. And like I said, I think they have one of the strongest relationship situations coming out of, what was it? The episode where they go to North High. Everyone's kind of got problems. They come out of it and they're just good, and I love them. And I love that the show, again, blah blah blah, I love this show. This show is so good, blah blah blah. I love that the show is, at the same time, they're showing an unhealthy relationship and how to fix that. And how to overcome like a breakup with Ricky and Nini. They're showing really healthy relationship with Seb and Carlos. Doing sweet things for one another, working on your relationship, that sort of thing. So I love them. Frankie and Joe. Yeah, they're so cute. Yeah, Rod Feeney. It's their last names. So Rodriguez and Serafini put together. Movies and Train Studios, welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a great, great Saturday. So glad that you could join us. Gina's run. Yes. Oh my gosh. I just keep replaying this scene like in my head of just him asking her out and them both being like super excited and being like, okay, bye. Like, they're so cute. Please make another show win. North High and East High have already got probations. See, and that's the thing. This is where I could see it happening because like another school could be like, we didn't switch shows. We have a good production. We didn't get a probation. Like, yeah, I think that would be interesting. And Natalie, I agree. Unfortunately, I kind of have a bad feeling that the moment may have passed for it unless they start season 3 with that. Do we think any couple, okay, hear me out, any couple who is like beginning, Mr. Mazzara and Miss Jen, EJ and Nina, or oh my god, EJ and Gina Portwell, do we think Miss Jen Zara, Miss Jen and Mr. Mazzara, Portwell, do we think either, or Ricky and Nini, do we think anyone like has a kiss or like anything scandalous in the last season or last episode? Because I low-key, I mean, obviously when his Gaston makeup is off, because that stuff's creepy, okay? That is creepy. I want Portwell to have a kiss, but I'm also like, they need to have a first date first, and blah, blah. I just think they're so cute together. So I really liked the Miss Jen and Mr. Mazzara. It was pretty cute. The way he, like, had his fist because she touched it, and he, like, was like, oh my gosh, she touched my hand. They're so cute. They're so cute. And I love the slow burn of these relationships. Like, they've been building since that homecoming episode, and I love it. Reagan is going to eat lunch. Reagan, have a good lunch. I hope you enjoy it. Eat something good. I've wanted Portwell since season 1. Drina, good for you for being like an OG shipper of them, because I definitely like thought they were cute when they went to homecoming together, but it was obviously like they had the reasons for going was to like become not the Wonder Studies, to become the leads. And so I love seeing the genuine side of their relationship. It's really, really nice. Ooh, movies and train studios. This is a great question. Comfort movies. The Proposal. Crazy Stupid Love. Proposal is Sandra Bullock and Ryan Reynolds. And basically the premise is that she's a book editor who is from Canada, and her green card is, or she doesn't have a green card. Basically, she's like, her work visa is about to expire. So to stay in the country and get the promotion that she wants, she forces her assistant, Ryan Reynolds, to like have a green card marriage, basically. And it has Betty White in it. It has Craig T. Nelson, who plays Ryan Reynolds' dad. They basically go to Alaska to meet his family under the pretense of getting married. And so that's super cute. Crazy Stupid Love, basically Steve Carell's character and Julianne Moore's character, they decide to get a divorce because of reasons, and then it follows him meeting Ryan Gosling in a bar, who he's kind of a womanizer, and Steve Carell has only really ever been with Julianne Moore's character, and they kind of tried to, like, I don't know, Ryan Gosling tries to coach Steve Carell to pick up girls, and it just, all this chaos ensues, and it's such a good rom-com. The answer to this question, comfort movies, Pixar and Disney. Like, I turned on Monsters University the other night after my podcast with Colin and Rex. That's a Hollywood podcast. Please go listen to them if you don't. We had talked about Monsters University, and I remember how much I love that movie. So that one's definitely a comfort movie for me. Plus, it's one of the Pixar movies that doesn't make me cry super hard, you know? Like it's emotional. But so rom-coms, Pixar and Disney movies. I mean, if I need a good cry or something, I'll watch La La Land. Like, I'm definitely the kind of person that if I'm sad, I'm like, I need to cry and get this out. What is this? Why? Why is that like that? But those would be my recommendations. Or Friends with Benefits is also a great movie. Season 3 is not confirmed, Cassidy, but I think it would be a really ridiculous choice if they didn't renew it. So I think they're just waiting for the right time to announce it. I think they want to buy themselves as much time with production being shut down for so many Disney shows and Disney movies and having so much on their slate. I think it'll be a while since we get season 3, but I would not be surprised if an announcement came within the next month. Like, I would see them doing something similar to Loki after the credits roll and being like, there'll be a second season or a third season in this case. Gina and EJ might have a kiss since they did emphasize on it in episode 9. Yeah, she said she's never been kissed before. Oh my gosh, that'd be so cute. They're so cute. I hope Poor Well kisses. I agree. If they've had their date, and episode 12 summary says Mr. Mazzara shows a softer side. I want the big grand romantic gesture thing to be from Mr. Mazzara to Miss Jen. That would be so cute. And then imagine if the next season is like them during summer, or like finishing up the school year, EJ's graduation, summer, because I don't know exactly what time frame this. I think we're in spring still. But yeah, I would absolutely love that. And Mr. Mazzara and Miss Jen are like dating, trying to navigate like how do we go back to work and stuff. So cute. I think oh my gosh. I think Ricky and Nina are going to get back together though. I don't think the breakup is going to last very long. And I want Portwell to kiss. Yeah. I think the breakup will just be enough time for them to be healthy. But I think both of them, like, I just think they're kind of endgame in the show. So I would not be surprised if they get back together. And however, I don't know how long it'll take them to get back together. But they made a big deal of Gina waiting for her first kiss. So they probably will have one. You know what? You guys are so like eagle-eye viewers. I would never have guessed that. Oh, Rebecca, girl, you are reading my mind today. You are reading my mind. The Internship is one of my favorite movies. I don't know if you've seen the My Favorite Movies video, if that's why you're bringing it up. This one is on there, and I am like this close to rewatching it tonight. Like this close. You've seen those TikToks, right? Where it's like, I am this close to doing this. That is how close I am. Dylan O'Brien. Oh boy, I love Dylan O'Brien. I love me some Dylan O'Brien. And this movie is hysterical because I also love Owen Wilson and Vince Vaughn together. This movie, I just love movies that talk about nerd culture. And this movie is the best. Fantastic. Highly recommend this. Movies and Train Studios. Screw my other recommendations. Watch The Internship. It's so good. Bop to This Guy. I have not seen that. Scam. AM. Oops. Nope. It was a Norwegian teen drama streaming television series about daily life of teenagers at Harwig Nielsen School, a gymnasium in a wealthy borough of West End, Oslo. I have not seen that, but it follows a new main character each season. Hmm, that sounds very interesting. Is it streaming anywhere, Box in the Sky, that I would like know of? Because on Google, it doesn't say so. But I'm not opposed to watching it. Definitely not opposed. Oop, hold on one second. Because Nini gets a life-altering call in episode 12, I don't want her to get another opportunity to go somewhere. Yeah, I mean, it makes the most sense for her character to be the one. Like, she's the one that has a presence outside of the school, probably the most. So I wouldn't be surprised if she gets the life-altering opportunity, but I wonder if it's something where, like, it's an opportunity that would permanently move her away or something. I don't want another storyline where she goes somewhere and then she comes back because like East High is where she belongs and then I don't know. I don't want to go through another thing like that. Yeah. Monsters University is better for enjoyment than Monsters Inc. for me. I think Monsters Inc. is a lot more emotional, whereas Monsters University is kind of just cracking jokes. It's a very much faster pace than Monsters Inc. Both are my favorites, so yeah, I do really like both of those. I think it'd be so much worse for her to get another author when she's already had so much to change her life. Yeah, like I want to commend her because like it is hard in high school to like put yourself out there and like go for things. The thing is, I don't I just don't like repeating storylines, right? Don't like she already did the yak thing, didn't like it, came back. She's already burning out on the song thing. I kind of just don't want her to go somewhere else and then have the same opportunity because unless she goes somewhere and they're trying to write her out of the show, which I highly, highly doubt. But if they do, then maybe. The Meg is a comfort movie for you, Movies and Train Studio. Could never be for me. No, not a shark movie for a comfort movie. But you know what? I totally get the dumb great movie thing. Like comedies and rom-coms, no matter how unrealistic they are, I will always love just because they just bring me joy. So that's good. Okay, one of Janelle's scream moments is how Nini reacts to the chocolates. Yeah, again, like I've said before, Nini has made it very clear she wants pretty much nothing to do with anyone's life. Now she's getting mad at Gina and Courtney for not filling her in on things that were not her business to begin with. Okay? Um and now she's mad about it, and I don't like that. Disney TV shows usually end in the 4th or 3rd season, but I hope this show goes on longer. I think just because of the age of the kids and the talent of the kids, I could see a 4-ish season run for this show. Definitely, like I see a 3rd. Obviously, I don't have any more info than you guys do, so like I don't want to promise you something and then have it not come to pass because I would be disappointed too. But I would love to see the show go on longer, but I really do only think it's gonna be like a 4-season show. If it did go on longer though, but I again would I wouldn't want to watch a show by like season 7 of this show if it was like totally different characters. Like I think at that point then it'd be like we're playing the same thing over and over and over again, and I don't know. If we get season 3, I'm gonna be honest, I think Nini might get written out because Olivia might be too busy with her music and such. Okay, I did notice this. So I've really tried to be like, no, like it doesn't make sense for her to get written out, and I think they're professional, but I have noticed that Olivia Rodrigo has not been posting that much about her show. And I think it's great that she's gotten the fame she's gotten and stuff. And if her contract isn't like a long-term contract thing and she wants out, like I want her to be happy, of course. I mean, her music is a banger. So like obviously like I'm going to still support her, but I will be kind of bummed if she just gets written out of the show. I don't know. I agree with you about this guy. I could see that happening. I just think I don't know. I think I'd be kind of bummed about it. Maybe not super bummed. Who knows? But I hope Portwell is the power couple. I think it's EJ's leaving for college. But like people have said, he could take a gap year. He could stay in a community college. He could kick on a volunteer co-teaching situation with either the AV club or the drama club and be a part of it. I think Olivia's contract goes on long enough for season 3, but maybe not season 4. I don't know. I just don't. if she gets written out of the show, you know what? Like, I'm still gonna watch the show, right? I don't know. I can't make any predictions. I'm not aware of what her contract is or not, but no, I haven't. It's just one of my favorite girl, we're the same person then, because this is one of my favorite movies. It's so good. So good. So glad that I have someone else that also likes the internship and likes the Bachelor or Bachelorette franchise. When I tell you, I screamed when I saw the post credits for Loki. Episode was so emotional. Jonathan Majors was so good, and the direction of this episode, like from Kate Herron as the director, was freaking phenomenal. Like, it was absolutely amazing. The way that they like framed everything, the pullouts from Loki pushed in. I mean, when he gets sent through that portal. I don't want to spoil it. It hasn't even been a week yet, but I haven't watched Wedding Crashers. This is on my list, Movies and Train Studios, but it's on my list. But yes, sorry, my brain is hopping all over the place, guys. Maybe I had too much coffee. I was so excited for a second season. I really want more Disney Plus shows with more seasons, especially the Marvel ones. But Movies and Train Studios, no, I haven't seen it. I need to watch it. But I love Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson together. Maybe this season will be a cliffhanger. I hope not, but it has to be with another character. Oh, maybe the call, you mean like, oh, her opportunity to go elsewhere. The only thing I wouldn't like is that would be the same cliffhanger for her character as last season. Like, oh, the Youth Actors Conservatory, we want you, like, kind of thing. I would just hate it. You can look it up with English subtitles. I think someone on Tumblr has a link to all of it. Okay, good to know, Bob to this guy. I will let you know if I check it out. You guys are so good with the recommendations. Next episode, there's supposed to be an unexpected guest. I hope it's not Jack, because that could potentially ruin Portwell. Yeah. I wonder if the unexpected guest has something to do with Nini's thing, the unexpected call, or whatever else. That would be really interesting. But yeah, I hope it's not Jack as well. Colin is on vacation and he's still coming. Colin, you are the man. You are the bomb. I can't believe you're here. I hope you're doing great on vacation. Sorry, getting a little wild. Hope you're having a good time. But thank you so much for being here. Bachelor sucks without Chris Harrison. Rip to a legend. The man was so good. Like, oh, okay, my camera. Everyone hold on this screenshot of me. Gotta change the battery to my camera. I'm not going anywhere. I just gotta change the battery pack. Oh, yep. You're gonna see this. Super fun time. But yeah, Chris Harrison was the best. I loved him. Just his unnecessariness of being like, this is the last rose tonight. Whenever you're ready. Like, I love him. Oh my gosh, guys. Why is this so difficult? Ugh. Hold up, guys. Hold up. It won't. Okay, hold up. I'm gonna mute because this is a struggle and I don't want to hit the mic. Of course, right as I mute it, it works and it's fine. And it's a little off now, but there you go. But yeah, Chris Harrison was the bomb. I really loved him. And I'm sad that he's gone. Okay, Colin, I don't know if you're watching this season, but the guys this season are so funny. And I like The Bachelorette more than The Bachelor because the guys, the way they get into drama, this season, they have been like voting off other guys like Survivor style. They've been like, oh, he's drama, like he's here for the wrong reasons. And they like will step up and tell her like, this guy's gotta go. And she'll send him home. And it's so funny because I've never seen The Bachelorette work that way. And I like the season because there's way more comedy than there is like, this is the most dramatic season yet. But I do miss Chris Harrison. I miss him a lot. I think I'm really going to notice his absence though in the After the Final Rose. Honestly, if anyone can do it, Chris did it. I hope it's Wells. Wells would be the perfect replacement. He's been doing it already in Bachelor in Paradise. I think it would be the perfect replacement. So I would love if Wells became the official one. He showed up in Katie's season already. And so I'm like, okay, I think they're hinting at him like doing the full thing. I mean, he's hosting Bachelor in Paradise this year with Sarah Hyland. So I think that would just be the nice transition for him being the whole host. University of Utah is 5 minutes from East High. Yeah. I think EJ will end up going to a school really nearby. Like it's downtown Salt Lake City. So they're going to be close. Ziella has got to go. Thank you. I hope you're having a great day. I can't wait for next week. Opening night will be insane, but maybe everything will go wrong. There will probably be a lot to talk about Ziella, so I will definitely be doing a stream next weekend if I can. And so I'm super excited to chat with you guys about it. Actually, guys, I probably will be wrapping up the stream in like 5 to 10 minutes. So if you have any last minute thoughts on the episodes, questions for me, recommendations, anything you want to say, probably be on for like 5-10 more minutes. But yeah, have a great day, Ziella. I hope you're having an awesome day. Remember when I said the man behind the curtain was going to be in the house during... Yes, you were right, Movies and Train Studios. You're so right. Yeah. No, Jack was very happy about predicting what was going to happen with the ending there. Maybe something's happened to one of Nini's mom. Okay, that's what I think, because a life-changing thing, unless it's like an opportunity to become like a recording artist, and maybe she does get a call and then she turns it down and just says like no. Like maybe she doesn't even go down that path. Like she doesn't even go do the thing and come back. Maybe this time she just says like I want to work on it from here. But maybe it is something to do with her mom's. I hope it's not, but she had that whole like skating accident thing that happened in the Valentine's Day episode. Can't wait for Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange is going to be... The Multiverse Madness is going to be madness. It's going to be crazy. I'm really excited to see that. The only thing is it's so far away still that I don't want to like lose sight on the other Marvel stuff that's going to be coming out this year. Just because they haven't been in season yet. Yeah, I don't know if it would be anything like super dramatic. Like I don't know how deep this show is going to go with it. I'm also wondering if maybe like Nini gets a call from, I don't know, Ricky's mom or Ricky's dad or something having to do with him. I don't know. I think I'll be interested to see what happens, but I am just super excited that what am I trying to say? I'm excited to see what happens the next 2 episodes. I'm going to be bummed when it's over because then we'll have to wait for season 3 for a while, but yeah, I am excited to see what happens. But yeah, I hope nothing super bad has happened to her moms. Movies and Train Studios is going to go. I'll watch the stream next week. Thank you so much for being here, Movies and Train Studios. I so appreciate you popping into the chat and the stream. But yeah, I will see you next week when I do the stream. What do you think about Falcon being the next Captain America? I think Sam Wilson is the perfect choice for the next Captain America. I like the transition. I love his new suit. I like all of the things he's had to go through. I think he is the most similar to Steve ideologically than any of the other Avengers will be. So I think he's the perfect next Captain America. I just want to see more of him. And the only thing I hope is in the next Captain America movie is still Anthony Mackie / Sam's really like quippy humor, because I feel like in Falcon and the Winter Soldier he got a little weighed down with the weight and severity of being Captain America, that he wasn't necessarily as funny as I wanted him to be. So I really just hope that in the next season, or probably won't be next season, but like the next series, next show, oh my gosh, next movie that he's in, that he has a little bit less of that. I don't want to... The depth is good, but like I want to see him be Sam. You know, I want to see him be funny. I want to see him be Sam as Captain America, not replacing Steve and taking on his personality, because at times he was, he's a little dull. But yeah, I think Sam's a great choice. I don't have a problem with Sam at all. I'm still wondering who's going to be Cogsworth. I really hope that Seb gets a bigger role because he deserves more than Chip. He really is too talented to be Chip. But the thing where Courtney was like, I'm your mother, and I'm telling you, call your mother. That was so funny. I love that they've embodied their roles, and that plays into their relationships in real life. Janelle is also super excited for the last 2 episodes. Yeah, I think they're going to be really good ones. I really do think they're going to be good ones. I'm celebrating my birthday next week. Happy early birthday, Bob to the Sky. So I won't be there, but the one after that, I'll be there. Yes. Next week, probably Saturday, will be the day we'll be doing this. We'll update you guys with community posts. And also, I started an Instagram that's specific. It's in the description, I believe. I changed the one in the description. It's Sasha Raquel YT. I will for sure link it below. I'll put it in the comments. So if you want updates on videos, if Instagram is where you are most of the time, if you don't have notifications turned on for YouTube, I'll obviously post about the stream and community tab. I'll try to have it scheduled ahead of time. And then I will be posting about it on my YouTube Instagram now, so I can keep that kind of focused to YouTube and not, some people in my personal life don't necessarily watch me on YouTube, so I don't want to like oversaturate that. I'd rather have there be like kind of a specific page for that. So definitely go follow that. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, check the community post for the lives. The one for the finale episode, I want to do something big and exciting, but I'm going to have a lot going on that weekend, so not sure exactly when the stream will be. So again, just check those notifications, check all the different places you can for that information, because it will be coming. For real, that was one of my favorite lines. Courtney and Seb's friendship is hilarious. Yusef, thank you so much for coming by, and Cassidy too. Have a great day, both of you. And guys, I think I'm going to end this here. I am kind of going to go to the bathroom, and we've got some other stuff to do today. So I just want to say thank you guys so much for hanging out with me for about 2 hours. This was a blast talking about High School Musical, the series. As always, I've got my weekly reviews. I'll try to do a live stream. And I've got some really cool videos that I'm really excited about coming y'all's way this next 2 weeks before August. So yeah. So I will definitely be seeing you guys quite a bit. You're going to want to stay tuned. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Saturday, and I'll see you in my very next video or stream, whatever that might be. Bye, guys. Have a great Saturday.